Hello, Scorpios, and welcome to your October 2025 reading. So, November, sorry, November. So, of course, happy birthday since the 21st. Happy birthday, happy solar return. May everything you need be on your path. Light, information, creativity, pleasure, transformation. There you go. So, of course, we'll have your new moon near the end of the month. I think it's the 20th. We have the new moon in your sign. And at the beginning of the month, full moon in Taurus on the 6th. So, the 6th of November. So, of course, the full moon in Taurus is your front neighbor on the wheel. Taurus is all about I'm getting my stability in what is solid, and you're all about transformation. What has value, what will grow, what should I invest in, and what should I let die? These are like the questions of this time. It's also, when you think about it, fall, when we separate the good grains, the ones we'll eat, the ones we'll save to reinvest into the ground in the spring. It's all that process we're also doing inside of us. What beliefs do I keep? What part of me do I invest in? What part of me do I transcend, transform, move forward? The month of November is perfect for this, and also allows us spiritually, since we have the thin veil of the other side, what we've let go, we can revisit to make sure that we got all of the peace, the serenity, the lesson from it. So, let's see what the cards want to say about that for you, my beautiful Scorpios, for the month of November. All right. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me give Scorpios a reading for the month of November. What should they know for their best path? What should they know for their best path? And of course, the full moon, the new moon in Scorpio, you'll be able to put the seeds on what you want to become conscious of, what you should transform, transcend. All right. Give me 3 cards for Scorpio. 3 cards. For Scorpio. All right. I have the 10 of Cups and I have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Now that's interesting, because the 10 of Cups, this is when our emotional vibration hits its highest in this cycle. You have, the quality of what we share with others. You have the whole rainbow. So that means that the frequency, the vibration of each of my chakras or each of my consciousness levels are at their peak. There's a moment of joy, celebration, and all of that. But it's with the Queen of Swords in reverse. So that is interesting, because it's almost like we're living here. This would be being in this joyful moment of shared emotions and things like that. But I'm having a hard time perceiving it. I'm still looking at the situation through the eyes of my old beliefs, based on old traumas or conclusions we drew from pains, old pains and sorrows and things like that. When the Queen of Swords is in reverse, she hurts herself, but with the way she perceives things. So there's a dichotomy here. There's, it's contrasting. The environment is there, or it's telling us that we're at our peak. We need an Ace of Cups. We need a new input of water that doesn't have memories imprinted, crystallized in it that would distort our vision. Something about that. So that means try and observe if your perception of what is going on is just, or is it influenced by what you've lived. When she's upright, she's wisdom. That's why she's got butterflies on her crown. So that means that things went through the transformation, and now it's her mind is sovereign in that way, using the transformation knowledge. So let's continue. She's still welcoming, but her sword or truth will decipher what is, she's like the no bullshit queen. So, but when she's in reverse, she can hurt herself with that double-edged sword. All right, so we have a hint of a baggage that prevents us from being just enthusiastic. So something around your fire, because here we have the 10 of Wands and the Page of Wands. And sometimes when we cannot see, when we're still seeing things through our old eyes, there might be, see, this guy doesn't see well either. He doesn't see past his own, expectations, or what he feels is expected outside of him. What he perceives, here, Queen of Swords, is expected. Weight, seeing through the energetic weight that is in our unconscious, or that we're not noticing we're having, but is there. And it's sucking our primordial energy dry. That's why we have a hard time just being innocently enthusiastic towards a new beginning, towards what is coming towards us. Anyway, you understand what I mean. There's a pressure, an energetic pressure there. But it's there because you're still seeing things through the lens of what was gone. All right, we have the 6 of Wands, so a rebalancing of the fire. Here I have the Chariot. Chariot is in reverse. So if some of you felt like in the past months, this kind of, I'm stopped, I'm on hold, there's no movement forward. That's the Chariot in reverse. In my career, in my life, I feel this stagnation, and I have a hard time initiating the fire that would stimulate me towards where I want to go. They're kind of explaining this. Okay? Let's clarify that. The 6 of Wands is when you're going to really get over whatever that energetic charge is. 6 of Wands is acknowledgement, recognition. He's back from his, turmoil. He understands the lesson from it. So therefore, he's not seeing things from that perspective. He's going to see it from the wisdom of that perspective, from what he's learned from it. That's why he's got the laurel, like a laureate. He understands the lesson that period was all about. But when we're keeping the trauma or the energetic charge or the pressure from it, it's hard to generate a new enthusiasm. Let's clarify it. let's look at that 10 of Cups that was with the Queen of Swords in reverse. I thought a card, okay, I don't see it. There we go. For Scorpio here. 10 of Cups, Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, there we go. So, here. So, there you go. 5 of Wands. Conflict. I feel conflicted. The energy is not aligned. My rational mind, that's why we have men in there, my left brain, okay, I shouldn't say rational, it's more Cartesian, but let's say the left brain is conflicted. All sorts of, I want this, no, there's like this argument within. Probably because I cannot move forward towards what was supposed to excite me. I cannot back myself up to what I want to build and create. Even though it is something that I want to share on the highest level, I don't see how I can do it because I still think in the same way that I used to. I still perceive things in the same way I used to. And that creates a conflict within me when it comes to bringing forward what I want to create and do. So here I have the 4 of Wands, 4 of Swords that is there. So maybe I haven't finished healing really, or I'm still in the mausoleum. I still haven't gotten out of, yes, I was hurt because of this. These were the beliefs that went with it. And at one point I got to get out of the mulching, the reasoning behind what created the pain, and I have to get out. Here I have the Empress with it. So when it comes to my creativity, my worth, my value, inner worth, inner value, my aspiration, my the pleasure in my life, my capacity to feel valued, nurtured, and all of that. There's still something that maybe there was a wound in there, and it's still not, even though it's healed, still seeing through these lenses. Let's call it like that. So this month we have a beautiful Ace of Cups, because we need to get to the next cycle of cup so that pentacle can actually be seen and planted. So it's almost like, first, don't push yourself because you already have 10 wands on your shoulders. First, allow that serenity, peace, nurturing, receptivity for you. And then you'll be in a state of mind, of vibration that will allow you to take the concrete beginning and start backing it up energetically. So that you can go from 5 of Wands to 6 of Wands, where, yes, I have nothing to prove to anybody. I'm starting this new thing, no problem. Let's look at the Chariot. You have to work on your happiness and serenity. Then you'll be able to see the real potential, and then get the excitement behind it. That's going to give you the energy to do it. Chariot. Yeah. So the Chariot is not moving until you really clear the past so that you can really start anew. So, in other words, as long as you're carrying the baggage of before, transcending something, that means leaving the baggage also. Leaving the patterns that we drew from that also. The beliefs that we drew from that also. So that our energy is free again to be aligned with our aspiration and just follow our passion and our fate. So, In order to realign your fire, you gotta finish, get a bit of love, a bit of another cup, and then release the energetic charge that is creating this conflict within yourself. So how should we call this, Scorpio? Finishing up before starting anew. There you go. And if you didn't have the energy, you know what it is, but you didn't have the energy, or you don't know what it is, but you felt stuck, that is the path to getting released. Or maybe I should say unstucking yourself, because that is really what's going on. All right. So on this, my beautiful Scorpios, for this month of November, I am sending you all my love and light. If you want a private reading, you go on the website, mysticwitchtarot.com. There's the address will be below. Also, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting. Please subscribe to help grow the channel. And of course, if you want also the book or the course or whatever on the tarot and the tree of life, you go on the website. So on this, and thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on the new moon and the full moon, I ask the divine to give you back in the way that is the most beneficial for you. All right? All my love and light. And I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.